The reason I'm here, first I'm going to give you a history lesson. I had a one-on-one meeting with David Miscavige over a decade ago, and he had in the room with him a nationally recognized retail developer. And he had beautiful pictures of what he was going to create on Cleveland Street because he was tired of having to bus his people, his visitors, over to Hyde Park in Tampa. But part of that meeting was we were negotiating the purchase of the CMA property next to the old City Hall so that the city ultimately can develop the bluff as you guys are moving forward with. And in that meeting, David pounded on the table and he says, "Damn it, Hoyt, I want that property." And I said, if I were in your shoes, I'd want that property too. But I pounded the table and I said, "But damn it, David, I want it too, and I'm going to buy it." And we, as a council, bought it for $4-point-something million, if I recall. And what did David do? He took his ball and ran home. He claims, Scientology claims, that they're community partners. Community partners don't only do things that benefit themselves. They do things that benefit the entire community. Owning block after block of property that stays vacant month after month and year after year is not a community partner. So what I'm urging you to do is, I'm not saying don't sell this property to the church ultimately. What I'm saying is don't do it tonight. Don't commit to it tonight.
Amen. Amen, right?
They need to show that they are community partners because they need to do things. Where is that plan that he was going to do? He was going to make Cleveland Street look like Hyde Park in Tampa with quality retail and quality restaurants. We got a couple of quality restaurants. We got nothing else. 10 years later, what we have, more vacant buildings that they have purchased. So it's time to hold their feet to the fire for a change and say, show us something. Show us you're going to develop Cleveland Street and put that quality retail in there that all of citizens of Clearwater can benefit from and would probably take advantage of. But until they do that, I would not give them this. They want this because it's on, my understanding, it's on the west side of their building is their entrance into this structure they want to build. And they want to have a more landscaped and pretty entrance into their building. I don't blame them. But they got to show us something. They need to show you something. So if not, let them have a street and some parking spaces in front of their building. Because, like I said, what they do build looks great. But how many people in this room can walk into any of them just for the hell of it? Nobody. Nobody.
Right.
So it is time for them to step up and be the community partner they claim they are. Because the other part of it is what they're building is an entertainment venue. My question is, when they build it, is it going to be strictly for their use? If it is, no problem. But you need that in writing. Because if they're going to get Live Nation to come in here and book entertainment in there and compete with the two entertainment venues the city already has, we're losers on this deal. So I urge at least one of you, but I think all three of you changing your vote and presenting a 5-0 vote to Scientology on this issue tonight would send a much stronger message. Because they've claimed for 40 years that they're community partners. I've lived here for 66 years, almost 67. They've not shown very many times other than showing up at some events. But I don't know anybody in here, I know none of you, I know I would never buy a building to let it sit vacant. If I'm going to buy a building, I'm going to know exactly what I'm going to do with it after I buy it. I'm going to be right down to the city's planning department asking for a permit, and I'm going to make it into what I want it to be. So don't postpone this vote. Vote no. I'd rather you vote no. But make them show
Right, Wise Mama, right?
a partnership with this city and a commitment to this community before you do this. Because that's what the citizens of Clearwater deserve. Thank you.